dokie. So it's been like over a week now since the baby chickens have been hatched, so I'll go check on them, shall we? Oh, it's cool out finally. It's nice. It's like only 90. Or 98 was a high, so finally, goodness. But I'll show you. They're doing so good. So the little babies, this little rooster like protects them, and this rooster protects them. It's interesting. It's interesting, but they are right along with the flock. They just sit here with the flock. So I think it helps with the automatic feeder to keep the babies alive, because when I was just feeding them once a day, I've had babies die getting pecked. But now I see no pecking, or even with the automatic feeder, there's no bothering the babies. So it's just really neat. Yeah, they're just thriving, and I fill up a little mason jar of water for them. There's plenty of water and food to go around, so no one's gonna bother with the chicks. But I do know in the past when I fed them once a day, everyone was fighting over food. The little chicks, I'd get some perishing. But none at all. None at all so far, so it's perfect. So that's the update on my chicks here. They're so cute. Let's take a look at them more. I don't know if I can zoom in more. I think it's zoomed in as much as possible. So they kind of just stay in this area with Big Rooster. They come out here with them, but not so much. And that's where the water is, so. Boots is watching. You're watching the babies. He's so leery of the roosters. Look, you see, there's the babies. And they'll pop on this side. They're good little scavengers. Wonder if they're going to turn out to be silkies or like a bantam size, half, a little bit bigger. So if they're this fathered by this one, then it's most likely they'll be silkies. But if they're fathered by this one, which I've only seen him mate the white one like once, then they'll be a cross. But this dude usually is the one that mates them, so they should be silkies. So I put a trash can lid out here and I fill it up for water for the babies, and then I have a mason jar one. The chickens, they have these big waters, and the babies will also wait for the water to drip down for them to drink. So let's go over here and get the mason jar. If I were you, I would just buy these mason jar ones. Because these so the mason jar ones are way better. Because the plastic ones, I was just spending money and they would just deteriorate. Just keep on deteriorating. And the plastic just never lasts. So, like, see I have big plastic ones but I mean, they just end up breaking. So I like these mason jar ones because they'll last you forever. Just make sure it's in the shade because glass, it'll heat up. Alright, then all you do is screw this metal thing on here. And these things are only like $2, these metal, and you use any mason jar. I got mine for $3, so you spend $3 and it'll last you forever. Versus spending, you know, a couple bucks every time you need one of these. Right here, they crack. So, and I just put it on an old, right there, I just put it on an old base right there. And fill that base part with water too. There's some scratching around that. See, the babies are outside. The dogs don't even bother them. See that rooster? He's like, he protects them when they're on this side. It's cute. So this rooster does his job on this side. Then that big black rooster does his job on the other side. And this one, he has his whole harem, so he doesn't bother with them. It's so cute. See? They just pop on this side. That's the rooster. That's a little tiny rooster watching after them. Silky roosters are so cute and they don't hurt you. See now that the other chickens, the babies are on the other side? He's gonna go. So the babies are on the back on the other side now. So now he's gonna probably leave. Yeah. So he just hangs around there. That's what he does. He just hangs around here watching after these babies. It's quite beautiful actually. And then this one watches after them over here. But when they're not over here, he goes around trying to mate. But once they come back over here, he's right back over there watching them. It's very cute. Okay. Alright, so got my hairdo. Alright, so that's the update on the baby chickies. They're just so cute. And so that's the most little chickies we've had. Because normally we only have like one that survives for a little bit and then it disappears. But and I'm pretty sure it's because I didn't have an automatic feeder like this. I had an automatic feeder where the feed would just go away fast and they'd all fight over it, but this one disperses it and spreads it out. So So before I did have like a pecking automatic feeder where they would peck at it and it would just fall in one spot, and then they were all like trying to get at it until it was gone. And then, but this one is awesome because it spreads it out far and wide, and so there's really none of them are pecking each other or anything trying to get food. The babies are all alive and well. So I think it works out if you want to, you know, just let them be self-producing. So my goal is I want a self-producing farm. And I want self-producing plants eventually too for my food forest. So that's what I'm trying to do. I will have my food forest. It's going to be beautiful. I can see it in my head. And then my animals are learning how to reproduce and coexist with babies. The ducks do it. Now the chickens are doing it. So it's all about learning how to make it good for them. A nice habitat for them. And they have plenty of space. I just love watching it. See, here he is. So here's the baby, the silky rooster. So he sees the babies, and so he goes stands sentinel right there when those babies are out. And that one stands sentinel over there too. Super beautiful. I just love watching my animals. And it's so nice and cool out right now. It's not very hot. Like it's 98, overcast, cloudy. I think there's a fire, which this fire smoke helps cool the air down for me at least. So y'all, if you want to let your chickens have babies and live with the flock, you just need to make sure they have like feed spread out, because that's the key. I mean, before I was losing, I just let them have babies and see, you know, survival of the fittest. And I mean, I've lost every baby, and I never knew how, and I'm pretty sure now it's the feeding system. This thing is awesome because it really sprays food in a nice circular pattern for everyone to be able to forage. So it's not just a greed fest, you know, for everyone to peck at each other and see who can get the food first. It's all available. It's in the dirt, and it teaches them how to forage, and they're getting bugs and stuff all at the same time. So this is like more closer to their natural feeding, I'm sure. And Boots and Roxy, they both are so good. Boots is 4, he's going on 5. So, you know, the first couple of years with your herd dogs or shepherds, you know, it takes some training. You gotta be patient. But once they're trained, they're golden. Roxy's getting there. She's over 1 now, and she's finally calming down enough to where she's actually wanting to learn more. And she's still a little ornery. Look at her out there in that field. But she's a girl, you know. Girl dogs are a little bit different than boy dogs. A little more hyper, I think, in my experience with my shepherds, because I've had tons of German shepherds throughout my lifetime. Tons. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7, 8, 9. I've had 9 German shepherds throughout my lifetime, and they all been male except for one. They've all been male except for 2 of them were female, and they were the very, very, very hyper ones. And so you just got to be patient with them. So, and she's getting to the end of that. And it helps to give them a job. They need a job, and that's why I try to teach them to come out here and take care of the animals. And that's what they do. That's their job. Roxy, at first, when she was little, she did come in the house with a couple ducks here and there. But, I mean, you got to catch them to teach them. So she learned. It only took 2 dead ducks for her to learn. Those ducks, though, I don't think were, look at her, see? She's following them. Those ducks, I don't think were, like, she didn't mean to kill them. So I think the reason why she brought them in is she probably played with them and then they died. And she brought them in asking me, like, why aren't they moving? And so she learned just how much she can play with them before they perish, probably. So she doesn't touch them at all. She's really good. She's learned. Sometimes they'll go poke at them, but they don't do anything besides, like, follow them for a short amount of time. What you doing, girl? They love doing chores. They can't wait until chore time. They sit there and wait until I say, go get the ducks, and they go get the ducks. And they know chickens too, but they like the ducks best because the ducks kind of play back with them sometimes. It's funny. Oh. You know, these animals, these chickens, don't they know these water's for the babies and not for them? Silly ducks. Here's Boots. Boots is well trained, so he's gonna be 5, and then once she turns 2, so we have 1 more year. This is will be her 2nd year. Once she's 2, then we'll think about getting another one to train up. Because, you know, dogs only maybe have a 16-year lifespan, and you want to think about that. So I tried to train up another dog when my oldest one is around 5 or 6. So I'll get that 3rd dog when the oldest is 5 or 6. And then that way he trains the youngest one, and then she's still young enough to play with it. And then so it won't bother him because, you know, puppies want to play. So she'll still be in the playful mode where he can finally relax. So that's what I'll do. And then wait a while, and then when she is 5 or 6, or, you know, probably older, let's see, maybe most likely when he's either perishes or when he's about 14, when he's not so old, we'll probably get another one. So, or maybe let her have puppies, who knows, we might just do that. But usually I have about 4 dogs, 3 or 4 dogs at a time. All my elder ones just passed like last year, the last 2 years. So they all just passed away. So he was raised with the older ones, and they taught him. That's why he's so good. Now he has to teach her, but she's a little high-strung and ornery, so she's a little bit slow, but she's going to be the perfect dog when she gets everything down pat, and she'll be good at teaching. I just can't get her to shake for some reason. My oldest son teaches my dogs to shake. I've never done that. My oldest son, Skylar, he's the one that teaches my dogs how to shake. All of them, every single dog. So he hasn't been home to teach her, so she doesn't know. I teach her to stay, wait. She knows what I'm saying. And to get the ducks and to lay down and to sit, and she knows all the main things. We don't do roll over. We don't do tricks like that. But she'll learn it if you teach her, though. But we just focus on like behavior more so. Yeah, but he learned from the elder dogs that all passed away. There was 3 other dogs he was with. Up. He says, "What are you doing to that chicken?" He wants to make sure. So here, all these things around the water. That's the baby's water, and the mom is like huddled in the corner protecting her babies. Oh, it's night time. That's where they're sleeping, I bet. Yes, so my doggies are just the best. She doesn't like strangers. She's not one for strangers. And he is not either, but he listens when I say it's okay. If I tell him it's okay, he's fine. She still hasn't learned that yet, so we have to work on that. Because she just overall will not listen to me when I tell her it's fine and keep on doing barking and trying to get the stranger that she doesn't know. So, but we gotta work on getting her to stop when I say. And I think she's getting ready, because she was way better the last time. She was way better. See, they're on patrol. They're patrolling. Watch, she's gonna go. She goes, nudges. She just nudges. She's learned that they react when she gets close. So, when she was little, she used to run and make them fly, but not anymore. Boots loves Bunny Boop Boop. Hey, where's the baby? Oh, the baby. So that's mom, that's dad, and that's baby. Mom, dad, and baby. And they're creating their own little flock here. So hopefully that one settles down. Boots. He loves to chase, like, chases motorcycles. So as soon as he hears a motorcycle, he goes running. That's the only thing. I haven't tested that theory when we've gone camping. So the ducks are going to the front yard over there. Yeah, so when we go camping and he's with us, thank goodness there's no motorcycles riding by, because I don't know, he might. See, here's a motorcycle. Motorcycles make them run. But yeah, thank goodness there's no motorcycle, because I don't know if he would. I would think he'd stay, but who knows. But he takes off running like lightning when he hears a motorcycle. He just loves to try to chase them on our property. That could be dangerous if he was out in the open. And you know, the reason why I think he does that is because my daughter's boyfriend, when she first started dating him, drove a motorcycle. And he would come to our house, and Boots used to get excited to see him. And he would know when he was coming was based on the motorcycle. And so, but he sold it. And so, yeah, ever since then, he started chasing down the motorcycles on the property over here, not in the street. Alrighty, well, that's it for my chit-chat and my babies. We'll just talk to y'all later. Peace.